It's been total chaos here in the workshop. I've been working like crazy to get 3 videos done for you guys of new car releases. Can't exactly tell you what they are just yet because they're not released. It's gonna happen any day now, or any minute actually. I'm just waiting for the word on the manufacturers to make those videos live, so make sure you keep an eye out on the channel for those. But the other thing is I just finished up my trucks for Armageddon. I'm really excited about this event. I'm actually getting on the airplane to head down to Tampa, Florida, and then I gotta drive over, but that's just like 3 or 4 hours away before I hop on that plane. So I gotta get these things packed up. And before I did that, I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I did to them. If you don't know about the Armageddon event, it's this huge celebration for Arma down at the Freedom Factory, and there's just going to be like tons of RC fun there. There's going to be like long jump competitions, speed runs, just all sorts of bashing stuff. I'll have a link for it down in the video description below. If there's any way you could get to it, I highly recommend you do it, and there's a $15 off coupon down there as well, a coupon code, so definitely check it out if you are able to make it. But let's take a look at these trucks. The Arma Granite 3S and the Big Rock 6S builds are done, and this was a wild one to finish up. I actually have to thank my buddy Al that came over to help me work on these things, but I think they came out pretty sick, and I'm going to be sad to say goodbye to them because once I'm done with them at Armageddon, they are going to be given away to 2 lucky participants there. Just a side note, again, if you make it down there, just find me. I'll have my RC driver gear on and ask for a ticket, and you'll be entered to win. So let's take a look at the 3S right now. So on the outside, you can see I got some Proline goodies. I got their Chevy body, the trencher tires, and even have their body mounts because this body requires the extended body mounts. And under the hood, I followed some suggestions you guys had when I did my Armageddon announcement video and made some upgrades to it. I've got the Proline shocks on it, front and rear. Love that they're a big bore shock with tinitrite coated shock shafts. Also went with the longer suspension arms, the longer links. Got the Arma steering rack. That's definitely a nice upgrade for the truck. And then went with a Spectrum steering servo. And actually this truck had a Arma brushless system in it. And I think one of the magnets fell out of the motor because it couldn't even turn over. So I went and got the Spectrum Boost combo pack that they have for it, which comes with the center gearbox as well. So that was a nice, easy drop-in upgrade, 3200 kV motor. And I'm gonna be running it on a Spectrum 3S pack. The rear suspension also got the longer arms, the longer tie rods, the Proline shocks. And then over here, I've got M2C's motor mount brace assembly. This thing dropped right in. That's a nice little upgrade to have. And probably the cooler upgrade from M2C is the lower chassis brace here. So that'll help firm up the chassis for those big air launches. Now into the Big Rock 6S. Look at this beast. Absolutely love the way it turned out. Just Durtrax paints, by the way. And I don't know if anybody out there watching has ever disassembled a Big Rock body. There are a ton of screws on there. It was like somebody at the factory was like, hey, we've got a ton of screws left over. Let's put them on this truck. That's how many screws there are to take this body apart. It was a few hours to get this thing done. But anyway, turned out pretty awesome. On all 4 corners, I have Method RC Terraform tires. I just pulled those out. They look really good on the truck and said, you know what, I'm gonna use those. Now let me show you guys what's under the hood. Slide that off, and there is the truck. You see a lot of silver on there. That's because M2C really hooked me up. I said I was giving this away, and just ordered a few parts. They said it wasn't enough. We wanted the winner to have more, so they sent me like everything that they had for this, and I got most of it on. There was like a rear chassis brace that I wasn't able to get on. But anyway, let's go over the truck. Suspension pretty much the same on the outboard side. Inboard, we've got the M2C shock towers, both front and rear, and then M2C shock caps. These are nice bleeder caps. In the front, we've got their hinge pin brace supports, and behind that, we got the Arma upper brace support. So the front of that is braced up. Hopefully it holds together with this weekend's bashing. Then M2C chassis. I mean, this is what they're really well known for. They've got some awesome chassis that hold up to abuse. And then I've got the M2C front and rear chassis stiffeners. Actually had to throw a new upper chassis stiffener on here from Arma because my Big Rock one was a little bit bent. Want to make sure that the future owner has a nice truck. I don't think I'm gonna go crazy bashing this because, you know, somebody else is gonna own it besides me after this weekend's over. There's a look at the rear M2C shock tower and the bleeder caps. And then in the transmission department, I went and swapped out the center diff for Arma's aluminum case unit and put 20 million weight oil in the center. I forgot where we wound up on the shocks, but I got heavier oil in the shocks. Kept pretty much the same electronics as far as the speed controller and motor. Those are from the factory. And then for the steering, I went and upgraded to the 6285 steering servo from Spectrum. Nice aluminum case on that, and upgraded the bell crank system as well. And now I got to figure out how to stuff those two trucks into that OGO bag and hopefully make it to the airport in time. Really looking forward to the event. Hopefully I get to meet a bunch of you guys. And again, if you want to try to make it down, I will link for it in the video description below. If you can't make it, I'm going to be posting content on all of the social media channels, the RC Driver social media channels, so keep an eye out for it.